Hello, hello. How's it going? How you doing? What is up? Let's see, we got Cindery in first, Bouncy in second, and JC in third. Good to see you all. And we also have Astra. Good to see you. And Ash, welcome back. How's it going? How's it been? Today was one of the days of all time. Like a, or was it like a, yes, oh my god, today was amazing? Or was it a, please just shoot me now? Thank you. 1, 2, or 3. The later? Well, hopefully we can make that a bit better, or at least lessen the of the day, you know? Looking for used cars? Nice, nice. What type of car are you looking at? That's always a interesting one. I mean, the way I look at cars is there's a bunch of things, especially with the used cars, you gotta look for. I don't know a ton, but I know people who would go with me to look at them. No worries, Astra. I know you got a busy day tomorrow. We already talked. But yeah. Equinox? Okay. Currently falling apart. Okay. Equinox is a good car. I'm just trying to think, like, in terms of, like, if there's been any damage, any repairs, checking stuff like that. I mean, that's always the thing I worry about when buying used. I know one of the other options out there is always, what is it? Leasing? And then I know they go for cheap, but buying a car from a rental company. But those ones are pretty much a hit miss. Hit by 2 trucks? Oh my god, that's insane. Hopefully you were alright through all that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, this was crazy. I was coming around the corner, coming home from work today, and I come around the corner, there's a kid laying on the ground, probably like a middle or high schooler kid, laying on the ground in the middle of the road. This is a 4-way intersection. There's a bike on the ground, and there's a car with a lady outside of it. And I'm like, I'm guessing I know what happened here. And I stopped. There was another car in front of me, so stopped, waited, watched, and like I don't know if I need to call the cops, but then I saw the kid's phone was all beat up. It looked like his phone was broken, and then the lady was on the phone, I think, calling the cops. But we ended up sitting there for like 5-10 minutes just waiting for this to kind of clear up before the intersection moved at all. Then later, I get closer to home, and I have like one more turn to go. And literally, this guy gets on the road, and he's dragging his bumper on the road. This is like 55-mile-an-hour plus area, and this guy is literally dragging his bumper half off. I'm like, what the heck? Let's get out of the way behind him, I'm just gonna pull over, and I'm just gonna stop, go in, and get myself a drink, sit down, and just give some time off the road. I think I need some time off the road. So I do that, take like 10 minutes, just wait, kind of like, okay, grabbed a soda, did that, drink my Dr. Pepper, got back in the car, and proceeded to continue driving home. Then I get to about a block away from home, and there's a little construction site going on, and there's a car, like one of the construction vehicles is like a big water truck, and it's like spraying down the dirt and everything, I think to help like compact it or something. But they're like spraying down the area, and so they're halfway in the road, and you have to like go slowly around them. So I check, I make sure there's no one there, I start to go through, and one of the cars that's parked on the side of the road decides to just start going. And it's not like they're going in the same direction as me, they're coming in the opposite direction of me, and they literally just watch the whole thing. So I had to do a quick turn to avoid them pulling out, because they just kind of gunned it into gear instead of just being like, you could see me coming around this truck, like I've watched this whole way, I watched you turn on your car, I watched you put it together. You literally did not look up the entire time. And so that was 3 incidents and like a 20-minute drive. And I'm just like, what the heck? Spraying down dirt during construction is anti-erosion dust control technique. Oh, okay. I did not know the exact reason, but I figured it was for something of that. Well, I figured it's something to do with packing stuff down. Yeah. So, yeah, that was such a weird drive home. I'm like, oh man. Yeah, it keeps a lot of the dirt from going into the store. Oh, that might be why. That's probably why. I could really see that to control against the drains. The other thing is, where is the snow? Why is there no snow yet? I want to go snowboarding, but we still don't even have a 20-inch base. Ah, okay. That's all I got. So that was my that was my drive home. It was pretty crazy. How are you all doing? How's it all going for you guys? Just watching in the background. No worries. Yep. All good, all good. Yeah, I feel that. Mm-hmm. Hey BQ. Yep, this is what I normally stream. I'm sorry if it's during work, but this is my only free time. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, I don't. Almost fell asleep on your break today. Oof. That could be kind of difficult. I'm just trying to think of if like anything I like got going on or anything crazy. Like, I don't know, there's not much happening right now. That's pretty smart. I usually just work through my breaks because I work a long shift. So it's just easier to keep working and not stop. Talk about Fox things. Well, what sort of Fox things? What are Fox things? I mean, you just kind of, you like the cold, but it's still not cold. I mean, look, January. I still haven't turned the heat on at my apartment. Like, that's how bad it is. Oh yeah, and we need a woot woot. Woot woot. Oh wait, it didn't do the woot woot. Woot woot. There we go. So let's zoom in a little. Well, that's why everything gets uploaded on YouTube as well, so you can enjoy it afterwards. Don't want to cut anyone off if I don't have to. Nice to help people relax. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Blew up goblins with a gunpowder barrel. Yep, sounds like a good thing to do in that game. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm just like, yeah. What do we got going on? What do we want to talk about? What do we want to chat about? You know, just another day in paradise here. Hey Connor, thank you for the follow. Feel free to follow that Tails. It sways back and forth, wiping away all that stress and tension, brushing aside all those worries and anxieties as you just watch and enjoy. Yeah, gravity. Well, there's a lot of things with gravity. I mean, but it's all relative, right? Yep. If I became super fat, would I have my own orbit? Nah, I don't want to be that fat. That would be a little painful, and I'm pretty sure I'd have to compete with Earth, which wouldn't work out nicely. I mean, if you think about it, like, it's amazing that the moon is where it is, because, like, you got, like, Jupiter, the sun, all these other, like, gravitational poles that are still kind of, like, affecting us, but not as much as other things. Like, let's say the, sun is like the main one, but technically you would still have a gravitational pull from like Jupiter, such in case if the sun disappeared, we'd probably be orbiting Jupiter. It's kind of crazy like that when you want to think about it. Of course, that's if you want to think. We don't do much of that around here, and we're still smarter than most politicians. Aha. How's that for science? we do a good job of helping that problem get solved. You know, you really don't have to think at all when you're here. You can just watch the tale and relax, letting all those thoughts just get swept aside. So, yep, that's true. Equal and opposite force. Mm-hmm. Reaction has an equal and opposite reaction, that sort of thing, right? I'm just trying to think. Nothing's really happening today. Just a slow day, I guess. Nothing too exciting, nothing too crazy. Heard Hypixel came out. Just a early like demo of it. Is anybody here interested in that? No. Hightail, sorry. Yes, Hightail. XKCD game about gravity, though. XKCD is so awesome. Well, we wanted it to be short, and we decided on 4 letters. It had to be 4 letters. So we were just looking for random letters that we could throw together that didn't spell anything. And XKCD is what we came up with. And that's how they got their name. Yeah, Hightail. Has anybody seen or played that? I know it's like the guy that originally owned it. He sold it to Riot Games. Then Riot Games worked on it for, what, 6 years or something? 5 or 6 years? And then they trashed it because they were trying to upgrade its engine to, like next-gen engine. They were trying to redo everything. They were trying to, like, put it all into different things. And they're like, yeah, this isn't going. We've spent too much money on this, so we're gonna kill the project. Okay, Astra, have a good night. And when they announced that they're killing the project, the guy that originally made it and had sold it to Riot was like, whoa. I would like my IP back. I will buy it. He retired off of the money he got from selling it to Riot Games. He bought it back, came out of retirement, and within 6 months, he undid everything Riot developed and got it into a playable state for an alpha. And he just launched it as an alpha, being like, hey, the game's not ready, it's gonna suck, it's nowhere close to Minecraft at the moment, it's gonna suck. I just want you all to know, this is where we're at, but I just want to get the game out there. I want to show you guys what it's looking like. I want to actually get some gameplay going, get some feedback, and like actually work with the audience again to develop this game. Let's see what you guys like, let's see what you guys enjoy, and let's grow the game together. So that's kind of where the game's at the moment. I heard it came out. I haven't like seen it on like Steam or anything. I don't know if it's on Steam. But yeah. Was just curious if anyone else was interested in that. Mm-hmm. Do. Ah, man, you guys are really quiet tonight. Just one of those days. Okay. Just a little EP. Mm-hmm. Yeah, slow, chill day. That's nice. I don't know, just today, I just like chatting about random stuff, but it always is definitely a bit harder to chat if I feel like I'm the only one talking. Mm-hmm. You know? Not saying that you guys are doing anything bad, just the car stuff distracting you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am so blessed because I was finally able to get my own car for the first time. As in, like, I could finally, for the first time in my life, buy a new car. So that's the car I'm currently driving. It's what, 4 or 5 years old now, but it's gonna be paid off in 3 months. 3 final payments left. Well, no, yeah, three payments left. I did the other payment earlier today. So 3 more months and it's paid off. That's gonna feel so good. Yeah, 4 years. 4 years. That's how old the car is. But yeah, yeah, wouldn't recommend that for everyone. It is expensive to buy a new car. I will say that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just trying to think of what's out there. Hey, Addy, what's up? I'm just trying to think. I haven't had really anything exciting happen. That's the problem right now. I don't have any like D&D stuff happening till next month. My work stuff, you guys have been pretty much up to date on. I was sick. Can't do a flip. Hurt myself. Just woke up from a small nap. Okay. Naps are nice. Naps are always good. Just spin. How do I spin it? Is there like a nope. 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 There we go. There's a flip. More like a cartwheel. Yeah. I've talked a bit about when I bought my car. So my car was going for like 36,000, I think, when I got it. But with like the car loan, the interest payments and everything on the loan, it would be 40,000 by the time I paid it off. So the bank would make $4,000 off of the interest of the loan over the course of basically 4 years. And that's kind of the price I had to pay. And that's just how it is with a lot of these things. Is like, yeah, you get a loan for this, but in reality, your loan is this amount. You know? That said, there's also like I think I was talking about this with like how my loan setup, where I get penalized for the extra cost if I pay it off early. So I can't just say, hey, I have the payment right now and I can pay off my car completely today. Nope, can't do that because I have to follow the payment plan. But yeah. It's just how the bank ensures they make money off of the deal. That's all. Perfectly normal. Do. Okay. Yeah, and the second you drive it off the lot, you pretty much lost money. Like 50% of what the car is worth. Again, I got super lucky with my car. Because I bought it a week before the interest price hiked, and a month before they announced they were no longer making any more of that model for the year. So I got the car in April, and you want a car that was bought for 200? No. 200K? Maybe. No. Yeah, so I ended up getting like a super low interest rate where basically inflation outpaced my interest rate, which was insane. So I didn't really lose any money there. So, and then with my car running out of models so early in the year, because it was I got it start of April, but by the time, like by the end of April, start of May, it was no more of that model was being produced for the year because of the chip shortages. If anybody remembers that happening with cars, the chip shortage. So that ended up happening. So when I got my car, about 2 months later, my car was worth $6,000 more than what I paid. And I had the thought, like, I should just turn around and sell it. And then get a stupid cheap car. Like, just hands down. Like, I could get a car for $6,000. Pay off my loan, and I would walk, and I could get a... If it wasn't for my loan having the stipulation on paying it off early, and having to pay like an extra $4,000 in interest, like up front to pay it off early, I think I probably would have done that. Got it, paid off your car loan with your home refi. Yeah. No, that's huge. One of my neighbors, or coworkers that lived down the block from me when I was out in California, he wanted air conditioning. He didn't want a swamp vac or swamp cooler. He wanted air conditioning for his house. But air conditioning is super expensive where we live because we live next to Death Valley. And you can get bills of like $300 a month for air conditioning in the summer if you have AC. So he's like, okay, if I'm gonna get AC, I need to have solar panels. Well, California is doing this thing with solar panels where you get a rebate on them and you get tax credits. So I'm gonna buy the solar panels and I'm gonna use the rebate from the solar panels to put in AC running off of the solar panels. So he ended up getting the solar panels, then getting the AC, and then he's like, hey, I'm going to do my home refinance because I just added a lot of value to my home. Well, the home refinance was done, and what he got from the upgrades he put into the house with the solar panels and the AC ended up being enough to cover the solar panels. So in the course of like 2 months to install everything, he ended up getting solar panels, a Tesla battery, and AC for his house for free. I'm like, oh my god, how did you pull that one off? And the amount he pays is the exact same as what he was paying for his house before on his mortgage. Yeah, the interest is the hardest part. Like I'm looking at buying a house, and there's this wonderful house that I've found. It's a triplex, so 3 units. One spot. Here's the kicker. So there's 3 units, 2 bedroom, 1 baths, and a 1 bedroom, 1 bath with an office. I'm like, oh, hey Clover, good to see you. Couldn't find it again. It's just Hypno Fox Cole. I know. Actually, well, no, it would have been like 3 years ago. I had it as a different name, but then like at the end of the first year, I switched it to Hypno Fox Cole from Cole the Hypno Fox. Yeah, house apartment hunting's stupid easy though. Yay, 1 bit. Yes. So I'm looking at this place going, okay, I can rent out I can't afford it on my own, but if I rent these 2 out, I'm only like 5 blocks away from campus, so it's within biking distance of a college, so I'm in range to bike to college if people want to do that. Yay, 3 more bits, thank you very much. Hey Night Howler, how you doing? We're having a decent night, a slow night, just a good one. So I'm like, I could do that. I would want to hire a company to manage it. I could live in the single unit, The problem is it costs 610 or something like just over 600,000. And I would want to add in laundry, which talking to my brother who does construction is gonna run me another 16 grand to do what's needed to get the laundry installed. So that's kind of the big problem. Is I'm like, okay, when all is said and done, I need to basically get a loan, probably about 650,000. Okay, can I do that? Will it work? Talk to a lender in 3, figure out kind of what I can do. And that's kind of where I'm at now, is figuring out like, hey, what is realistically what I'd be allowed to do for this? And now kind of the issue I'm running into is when I'm looking at my lease for my current apartment has a thing where if I break my lease, then I am still responsible to pay it until the end of the time. So I cannot afford both places, even with tenants, if I still have this place. So that's the problem I'm running into at the moment, is financially I can afford both, but I can't afford both at the same time. And that's the hardest part. A lot of it's just timing on this. But that would be such a great thing, because it's either that or I'd just be eating cup noodles forever. I would not be able to like go out at all. I would not be able to eat out. I would be doing peanut butter and jelly and cup noodles like forever. I'd have to cancel everything in order to just take care of that. No, I understand. I'm just saying, oh, sorry. Cup noodles, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Maybe even just brunch and dinner. Like twice a day cup noodles, nothing else to eat. Is kind of what I'd be like, It's just really tight. I mean, yeah, things will improve. I mean, that's kind of where I am right now, is where I can actually like start saving up a bunch of money, because I got the raise at work, so I can actually look around and do stuff. Ugh. Sorry, I just got a little like lump in my throat. Ugh. One second, I've got to like cough this out. Oh, I got like something stuck in my throat. It's horrible. Just like itches. Warm drink. Well, I just like chugged half of my glass. So I am kind of out of drink. Ugh. I don't know what's happening. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a quick break to go get some water. Yeah, just like a hairball or something. Ugh. Be right back. Okay, I think I'm good now. Ah, that was no fun. Ah, pretty much felt like I was gonna throw up. Ah. Yeah. That I don't know what that was, but something got caught in my throat and I basically just like ended up coughing it back up. Chugging down some water and all good. Absolutely no fun involved. Probably. I am trying to grow out my beard, so it's very possible it could be from that. You know, I gotta look a little scruffy. You know, I can't always keep it nice and neatly trimmed. Oh, let's do my favorite hobby. Let's go see how much my RAM would cost if I was to buy it again. This is like my favorite thing to do on the computer. Take a look at what my RAM is and see what it would be. Do. 100% vengeance, 427.99. Yay! It went down by 20 bucks. Well, 12 bucks. Went down by $12. Yay! The RAM price went down by $12. Yep. Remember, it was like $130 when I got it. Then it went up to $440. Now it's at $427.99. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That's why I like looking at it, is just like, when will this fall? Only a 300% increase. That's right. And of course, we got a little whoop whoop. Whoop. 160 up to 480. Yeah, it's just insane. Just absolutely insane how much these prices are going for. And now they want to do the same thing with graphics cards. Can you believe that? Oh man. They're basically saying graphics cards. They're like, yeah. Oh, okay. First off, the new graphics cards, the 50 series that use all the AI stuff, that are utter trash and actually worse than your 40s. If you got one of the 50s, you should have got a 40. Just saying. They've actually proven that the AI, your frame rate is actually drops because it takes away the RAM in the graphics card to run the AI portion. So it actually limits how much space you have, and it impedes the performance of the graphics card. Yeah, so the 50 series is actually a joke. Should have gone with a Radeon or stuck with the 40 series. Yeah. So that's unfortunate. I feel bad. I told everyone that was going to happen before the 50s came out. I said when they have the AI fake frames, it's not actual performance. The performance is going to be worse. No one believed me, and then it ended up being true, just like a year later. Yeah. My graphics card is doing great, and it doesn't use AI. I get all those wonderful things. 10 gigabyte B50, yeah. That's gonna get you 99% of games out there, too. Yeah. I did get myself... Has anybody heard of the Iron Thor? I'm not sure if I've talked about this, but the Iron Thor? Has anybody heard of that? Sounds familiar. Here, let me... Okay. We're gonna do the whole shimmy to the left. Or shimmy to the right. Whatever direction is. I don't know. Different for you guys than me. And, yeah, so it's this thing. So... This is like 8 gigabytes of RAM, 12 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and 12 or 1 terabyte of internal storage. So here you go. You get the black one, the white one, the rainbow colored one is the like classic, and then the purple one. But it's basically a DS with a 1080 screen, 120 hertz refresh rate. So this is actually the same brightness as a DS, 6 inches. And then the bottom screen as well as a 60 hertz screen, also 1080, and slightly less bright. But it can basically maintain 60 to 110 FPS on a bunch of games. You have something like that, a refurbished 3DS? Yeah. But you're able to actually play like a ton of games on this. And then it comes with like, well, that's exploded, battery life. It's really about 3 hours of battery life, 6 hours if you put it on to like 30 FPS. Snapdragon Gen 2. So it does really well and pretty sleek. And then it has like a carrying case, a grip, a shell, and screen protectors, pouch, and lanyard. But it's small enough to where it could actually like fit into a pocket, like the DS. The crazy thing about this is, like I said, this is an emulator. As an emulator, this can emulate from the original Nintendo all the way up to the PlayStation 3. This can also run Steam games like Hades or Hades 2, or even like Stardew Valley. So what I want this for is to emulate games like Stardew Valley and a bunch of the games that I would be buying for both my Switch and Steam. Basically saying, I'm done with Nintendo. I don't like the Nintendo Switch 2 where they will brick your game for buying a used version of it. And when I say brick your game, I mean they brick your system if you buy a used game, because the game is registered to another account. So when you install a new game or a used game on your account, they think you copied it illegally, and then they brick your system. On top of that, everything is digital, and even if you have the game like in a physical copy, it doesn't work. It's only a key to download the game. So that really bothers me with the Switch 2. So I don't want to get a Switch 2. So I decided, hey, I'll get something like this. I can emulate a PC, but I also have the second screen here. In the second screen, like you can see, they're watching a YouTube video up here while they're playing the game down here. Or you can play the game up here and you can have something else down here. So that allows you to pretty much be like, hey, I want to have like a guide on the mini screen, and I want to have like the main game up top. Or I want to have a YouTube or be reading up on something on the bottom one while I have the game going up top. It just allows me to multitask while still playing a game. So I think this is a very cool way to use it, a very cool thing. I'm getting the white one. I think it just looks clean. The black one, I think smudges would show up too easily on. And as cool as this one is, the grip, if we scroll down a bunch to the end of this, the grip comes in gray, clear, white. So you can get it kind of like the gray is this color. There is no purple, so you can't get the purple one with the grip. And then I'm like, between the white and the gray, I kind of like the white a little bit better, even though I do like the buttons. I just think this is a little cleaner of a look. Yeah, that's the only problem. I mean, you don't have to get the grip, but when I was getting this was on sale for like $10 off. So it made sense to pick up all of these because it was like the price of the carrying case, the shell, and the screen protector, and you got the Thor grip, the soft pouch, and the lanyard for free. Yeah, on sale. Yeah, so it's $50 instead of $60. Okay, that's what it is, I guess. But I don't even know if I'm going to use the grip. I don't know how it goes. And then they have their Odin, which is just straight up a Switch. Yeah, the Odin 3, which is just straight up a Switch or a Steam Deck. Costs the same amount as this. Or they're a nice one, but I'm like, this works. So, yeah. That's about it. Enough. Okay, Ninja, have a good night. Yeah, they only have it in black when you checked. Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. They were out of the gray ones. They were out of the gray ones when I was trying to go through. Because I wanted the colored buttons. But they were out of the gray one. And the black one, I'm like, is just a magnet for smudges. The purple one didn't have the accessories that matched. So I'm like, white is probably the best bet. It's my number 2 anyway. That always surprised me. Like, if you get a white car, it hides like everything better. Like, all the dust and dirt from the road is hidden so much better on a white car, which is kind of weird because it's white and you'd expect like dirt and dust to like make it stand out more. But like, if you get a black car, it's like you see everything. I don't know why, but white cars are like the ones that look the cleanest. Oh, ads over? I'm sorry, I didn't realize we were in ads. I was talking about the DS emulator I was getting that can emulate like Steam and stuff. So I can like play Steam games on it instead of buying them on either my Switch or Steam. I can just get it on Steam and play it in a mobile. And it's actually like pocket size and I can multitask and stuff. Yeah, DJ, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's actually Android, so technically Linux based, but it can run Winlator, the Windows emulator. It can run that to run like Windows games, or you can run like the Steam Deck emulator. So the cool thing is with that system is it can multitask. So each one of the screens can be doing something different. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. So yeah, it's just a cool little system that kind of fits it fits the niche I'm looking for from a Nintendo Switch better than the Nintendo Switch does. Because now I don't have to get, like, if I want to get a game like, say, Slay the Spire, I don't have to buy the game on the Switch and only play it on the Switch, or buy it on Steam and only play it on the computer. Now I can just get it on Steam and play it on my handheld. And because the handheld is the size of a DS, it's actually a portable system, unlike the Switch, which has gotten so big it can't fit in your pocket. Like that's another thing, is just like it's pretty big. Mm-hmm. That's about it. Any questions? Or just anything else you guys want to talk about? And hi, Osiris. Hi, Orca. Sorry, you came in at kind of an awkward spot. I was going off on other things. Yeah, the Winulator is pretty cool. Okay, CJ. Take care. Have a good day at work. So you're talking Flyers versus Sabres. I'm guessing you're talking about the NHL game that just happened? (5-2) to the Sabres? Like, look, I'm just gonna be honest with you right now. The Sabres are even with the Flyers. Like, it's not like the Flyers lost to the Devils. Like, that's more of a rivalry matchup than anything. Like, if you don't want the Flyers to lose, like, that would be the game I'm pissed about, you know? And then the Penguins, but everyone in that division hates the Penguins. Yeah, but Sabres are doing fine this year. I mean, look, what really surprises me is how much the Panthers and the Rangers have fallen off. Because, I mean, what are those, like, the two worst teams in the league right now? I mean, they're down there pretty far. Then I think what was it? The Flames were also like really good last year, and the Flames are also just terrible this year. Like every good team, like at the top at the end of last year, is just like at the bottom, and it's the weirdest thing. I think the strangest the season has been is actually the Blackhawks, because the Blackhawks were doing really well at the start, and they were keeping up with like the Stars in the Wild, and then it hit like probably like game 30, they just tanked. They just like they hit like 20 wins, and then they just went like we're not playing anymore, and they just have been doing horrible. Connor Bedard, that could be true. That's actually probably what it is. Did their goalie get injured as well? I'm curious. Now, on the other hand, my Avs. we might set a few records this year. That's all I have to say. if we can keep this up, there will definitely be record sets. Hey Foxy, how you doing? Don't think I've seen you since the Tales Tavern thing. The bed and breakfast, right? Hotel? Been up and down? Well, that's the thing to say at a Hypnosis channel. Yeah, hockey's just fun to watch. Spencer Knight has dealt with injuries. Okay. I'm just, or it could be is it really just Bernard losing scoring? No, I don't want the current injury report. I want the... Seriously, why can't I just get an injury report? Oh, Bernard's been out since December, almost a month. Wow. Yeah, they did. They lost a goalie. They lost their other goalie. That's what it was. Both their one of the goalies and Bernard got injured in December. So their backup goalie right now is their injury reserve goalie, not their actual goalie. Yeah. Well, those ones happened a little bit earlier. I'm just talking about when they went. Yeah, Nazar and Fanigo. Oh, Fanago's returning and Nazar has been moved to injury reserve. Okay, they're swapping those guys. Yeah, but that's one that's an equivalent. They're both actual made the team at the start of the season, so it's more so they don't have their backup goalie, and their lead scorer is out. That's kind of what it looks like. They're bringing up the other goalie as the reserve. Okay. They're also swapping out their goalies from their farm team, because I guess they're really not happy with the other one. Oh yeah, guy hasn't won a game. Yeah, the goalie they pulled up for the injury has not won a game. That really hurts. Meanwhile, the Avs brought up Biner, and he had his first shutout in the NHL. I really like Biner. He's a super nice dude. And you guys are like, what do you mean, like, he's a super nice dude? I mean, I go to the farm team games like once a month, and I got to meet him at the fan appreciation night for the first game of the season. Dude is super nice. He's tiny without his pads on, though. It's funny to say that, but him without his pads on, he is like, you would not expect him to be that size. Like, okay, he's like 6 foot, but he looks like a beanpole. If that makes any sense. Like, the guy looks like he would have to run around in the shower to get wet. And then he puts on the goalie pads, and he looks like a fucking Abrams tank. You know? The pads do that to a person. I still think they need to get a sumo wrestler in the net. Could you imagine a sumo wrestler in hockey pads? So yeah, well, here's the only problem. So here's the only problem is this is actually a legitimate thing in hockey, and why the sumo wrestler would never work out is basically there are limits on how wide the hockey pads can be for a goalie. So basically, you can't have a goalie above a certain size. Otherwise, the pads won't actually protect them anymore. And they would just have to use their pure body to protect them. And when you get up to that size where the pads can't protect them, then you start looking at, well, kind of like lawsuits. And medical bills, and a lot more cost than you probably have to be doing there. Plus, for such a big person like a sumo guy, the goals are, yeah. Pretty people like at Too Tall Jones from saying, like, yeah. the other thing is, like, when you have a guy that's that big, they still have to get up and down. They still need to actually, like, be able to maneuver. So when they're bent over and being able to stand and just hold their position, like, that is still, like, there's still a ton of athleticism involved in the goalie position. And I think if I remember back, I think Sports Science did an episode where they actually had a sumo wrestler play goalie. And pretty much the sumo wrestler was so slow in reaction that they couldn't even, like, react to the puck being shot. Just because of, like, it's a completely different set of muscles and, like, an ability to react versus, like, pushing forward and, like, putting it all into that momentum. Being able to maneuver to block something is a lot more difficult. And if you don't have that kinetic vision to even watch it, you're just not gonna have that chance. Plus, like I said, there's a whole section of the rulebook just on goalies' equipment. And it says, like, your leg pads can't be, like, bigger than a foot across. Your glove can't be bigger than, like, 8 inches. I'm making up these numbers, but they're probably close. Your like, chest pad can't be, like, greater than, like, 2 feet. Like, there's a bunch of rules on, like, goalies' pads to make them conform, so there's no advantage given. Of course. Yes, being too short, because there is actually a point at which in baseball where the strike zone disappears from your actual size. So yeah, being too short is to stop that from being a thing. I did know that one. They signed a midget as a pinch hitter, and the midget did not have a hitbox, and the coach got into a fight with the umpire about it. It was pretty funny. It's an older one with this guy that was just kind of crazy with trying to take advantage of the rules in every which way he could. Have you ever seen, like, the Savannah Bananas? Those guys are funny. Yep, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Uh, yeah, sorry. Just quiet. Just trying to think. I'm not very good at that. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. Not sure how yet. Any thoughts yourselves? Nope. Okay. That's fair. It is getting to that time. I'm just tired, you know. You guys tired yet? I know I have to go fold laundry after this. I don't want to fold laundry. Hey Nails, how you doing? I'm doing well. I'm just tired and kind of at the end of what's the word? At the end of my spoons? At the end of my coins? Just my energy, you know? Mm-hmm. Ugh. Yeah, pretty much. I think I might call it here. I don't even feel like raiding at the moment. Yeah, end of the wire, candle's about to go out. Spent all my social coins, you know. Thank you. Yeah, I think I'll probably get some rest and just call it a night and just go from there, you know? Okay, I'll see you all tomorrow for some hypnotic fun. And yeah, as always, stay safe, be kind, be happy. Bye-bye.